Candle, gentle introduction, midnight to 2 o'clock, welcome. Come in. You don't need to do anything now. Not a single task. Let your day melt behind you, like candlelight fading into a quiet room. Tonight, we are going to walk very slowly through time, all the way back to the gilded world of Versailles. Not during a grand ball or a loud courtly gathering, but much later, when the palace is quiet, when the golden halls whisper, and the wind moves gently through the trees beyond the windows. This story is not about kings or revolutions. It's about warm fires, velvet slippers, and servants closing shutters for the night. It's about how people prepared for sleep 300 years ago. Let's drift there together. Artist Palette AI Image Prompt Number 1, use at 2 o'clock. A candlelit corridor in the Palace of Versailles at night, warm flickering light on golden mirrors and marble columns, no people, faint reflections, still and quiet atmosphere, soft glowing sconces, Rococo-style elegance, slightly dusty, painterly cinematic realism, 16:9 aspect ratio, soft tones of gold, cream, and warm shadows. Crescent moon. The palace grows still, 2 to 4:30. It is evening, in the year 1773. The sun has set behind the Grand Canal, and the last hints of orange sky have faded into a velvet dusk. Inside the palace, the great salons are growing quiet. The musicians have packed away their instruments. Courtly guests have made their final bows. And the long sigh of Versailles at rest begins. Servants move slowly, their shoes soft on the polished parquet floors. In one room, a young woman closes velvet drapes that stretch taller than 3 men. She pauses for a moment to listen to the sound of crickets outside. In another corridor, a footman gently places a warming pan beneath a nobleman's bed. The brass tool hums faintly with heat, filled with coals from the kitchen hearth. The palace is not empty, but it is hushed. Even the fountains in the gardens, which once roared for royal delight, now trickle slowly under moonlight. Artist Palette AI Image Prompt Number 2, use at 4:30. A noble bedroom inside Versailles at dusk, 4-poster bed with gold embroidery, large velvet curtains half-drawn, a maid placing a warming pan under silk bedding, candlelight glows on wood-paneled walls, Rococo furniture with intricate carvings, still atmosphere, soft glimmer of gold and deep shadows, cinematic lighting, 16:9 aspect ratio. Candle evening preparations, 4:30 to 6:30. The act of going to bed at Versailles was a ceremony in itself. For the king, of course, there was the coucher, the public bedtime ritual attended by nobles. But in the rest of the palace, hundreds of rooms, each a little world of its own, sleep came more slowly. A lady's maid would untie the delicate ribbons of her mistress's corset. Layer by layer, the stiff beauty of the day would be peeled away, until only soft linen remained. The hair was brushed 100 times, slowly and carefully. Lavender water was dabbed at the temples. A sugar cube dissolved in warm milk was sipped beside the fire. Some wrote quiet letters at their writing desks, by the light of a single candle. Others said soft prayers beside their beds, with embroidered cushions beneath their knees. No one was in a rush. Even sleep was approached with elegance. Artist Palette AI Image Prompt Number 3, use at 6:30. Versailles bedchamber interior with noblewoman seated near the hearth, her maid brushing her hair slowly, candlelight flickering on gilded walls, ornate mirror reflecting firelight, lavender sprigs in porcelain bowls, soft dressing gown, writing desk with quill and parchment nearby, Rococo elegance, warm cozy atmosphere, painterly realism, 16:9 aspect ratio. Deciduous tree. The gardens after dark, 6:30 to 9 o'clock. Outside the palace, the famous gardens of André Le Notre also begin to slumber. By day, they are precise, mathematical, vast green geometries filled with statues and fountains. But by night, they become a dream. The hedges cast long shadows. Stone goddesses stand quietly, dew forming on their marble shoulders. Lanterns flicker along the gravel paths, carried by passing guards or the occasional wandering courtier. In the groves, night birds sing softly. Somewhere distant, a breeze rustles the leaves of the orangery. And from the Queen's hamlet, the small peasant-style village Marie Antoinette adored, The faint smell of hay and sweet bread lingers in the air. It's a place where time seems to float, like a swan on still water. Artist Palette AI Image Prompt Number 4, use at 9 o'clock. Versailles Gardens at night, moonlight over manicured hedges and classical statues, distant lantern lights along gravel paths, quiet marble fountains, soft breeze in tall trees, faint mist over the Queen's Hamlet, painterly cinematic realism, dreamlike mood, deep shadows and silver moonlight, 16:9 aspect ratio. Scroll forgotten corners of the palace, 9 to 11:30. There are rooms in Versailles no one remembers anymore. Storage rooms filled with forgotten tapestries. Dusty chambers behind false walls. Servant staircases that spiral down into quiet stone basements. In one, an old valet folds linen napkins by moonlight, humming a lullaby in Occitan. In another, a boy who tends the fireplaces rests on a bench, curled in his wool coat, snoring gently. Even in a palace of grandeur, there is always room for stillness. The past lingers in those silent spaces, like perfume on silk. Artist Palette AI Image Prompt Number 5, use at 11:30, hidden servant corridor in Versailles at night, candle in iron holder casting soft light on stone steps, folded linen on wooden bench, dust motes in air, forgotten broom against the wall, quiet and intimate setting, muted palette of stone grays and warm amber light, painterly cinematic detail, 16:9 aspect ratio. Musical score sounds of the night, 11:30 to 13:30, Versailles never goes fully silent. You can still hear it, if you listen closely. The quiet pop of logs in fireplaces. The sigh of silk slippers across marble. A carriage will far in the distance. The distant hoo of a night owl beyond the trees. In the music room, a forgotten harpsichord string vibrates gently in the night air. In the laundry, water drips from a basin into a wooden bucket, rhythmic and soft. Even silence here has texture. AI Image Prompt Number 6, use at 13:30, Versailles Music Room at night, empty and dimly lit, harpsichord with open lid, music sheets scattered gently, soft candlelight on polished wood, golden Rococo details glowing faintly, atmosphere of lingering notes and history, dreamy and quiet, painterly lighting, 16:9 aspect ratio. Person in bed slipping into sleep, 13:30 to 15:30, as the hour grows late, the palace exhales. More candles are snuffed. The echo of shoes fades into nothing. Even the wind through the halls quiets, like it too has fallen asleep. In the Queen's chamber, soft breaths rise and fall beneath lace canopies. In the servants' quarters, wool blankets are pulled snugly around tired shoulders. The moon passes slowly over the golden roofs, and stars blink above the Grand Canal. All is still. It is a good night to dream. And Versailles, in its hush, becomes not a palace, but a lullaby. Artist Palette AI Image Prompt Number 7, use at 15:30, Queen's Bedchamber in Versailles at night, large canopy bed with soft lace drapes, dim candle on bedside table, moonlight through tall arched windows, peaceful sleeping figure, gentle shadows on walls, Rococo decor, gold and ivory tones, painterly soft lighting, 16:9 aspect ratio, Milky Way closing whisper, 15:30 to 1600 hours. So now, you've walked through the palace, not as a guest of court, but as a quiet observer, listening to the walls breathe. The beds are warm. The halls are quiet. The night has wrapped itself gently around Versailles. Sleep now, and let your dreams drift through marble halls and golden light. Good night. Would you like this script prepared as a formatted PDF, or should I now generate matching voiceover pacing, subtitles, or visuals?